individual, whether it be high up, people in the high up in the position, or maybe any layman out there who's asking you. So Ms. Ami, I'd like to ask you, how can I develop this empathetic capacity within me to, start having this conversation, or, we can say intentional conversations. Possibly if I were to begin, what are some of the three things I can start doing it from now after, listening to your session? What are some of the 3 to 4, it could be even more, things that they can put into practice on a daily basis starting now?
So I think one thing is it takes courage to be able to start what people refer to as vulnerability loops, right? So it takes courage for someone to be able to say, when someone asks you how you're feeling, the response is normally, oh, I'm good, I'm okay, I'm fine. But to actually say how you're feeling, I'm kind of not here. I'm bringing other things with me. I need a couple of minutes to, to get into this space. So I think one is trying to establish, right, getting comfortable with establishing those vulnerability loops and being the first one. Because you can test, right, if people are willing to accept it and then share something of their own, or whether they're not there yet, right? You'll be able to gauge that. But the first step is to try. The second step is to practice listening. Practice listening and understand, to hold silence and space for people, because these are tough issues that we're confronting, right? So being able to give space and be comfortable with sitting and waiting for people to come out of their shells, I think, is another one. The other thing is, being conscious of setting boundaries around the times in which you need to think about challenges, say at work, or challenges that are happening at home. Right? Being able to divide your time in that way, because there are so many pressures and we're kind of in both work and home spaces at the same time. Being able to carve out boundaries, I think, is really important. And then I guess the fourth thing would be to create a space for yourself where you're not answering to the constraints of, or the pressures of, or the expectations of members of your family, subordinates, superiors, right? To try and carve out spaces in your day, or if not possible on a daily basis, at least in your week, where you have time to do things that are fun for you, that bring you joy, and that help you to replenish your energy.
Yeah, I think those advices that you have offered or shared with us are extremely, extremely useful. I think, even for myself too, I'd like to put them into practice. And I think that's going to really help us to navigate through the uncertainties that we are